Okay, welcome everyone. Uh, we are still on the Entrepreneurial Giant series, and today we'll be talking about Cosmos Maduka and Dele Fajemirokun. Okay, so at the end of this session, our expectation is that everyone should be able to tell the story behind the success of Cosmos Maduka and Dele as they sojourned in their business adventure. So let's delve into it straight. Now, Cosmos Maduka, from general observation, we've found out that he's a gifted entrepreneur. Okay, he started from a very meager beginning, and he had a capital of 200 naira, which he said he built his business on. He started his business empire with a capital of 200 naira. But today, 20 about 26 years after, I think more than 26 years after that, after his business has started, he has made a fortune for himself from that 200 naira. Okay, now Cosmos started a business referred to as Coscharis Group. The Coscharis Group, which has several subsidiaries that include Coscharis Auto Industry Limited, Coscharis Technologies, Coscharis Food Limited, Coscharis Export Limited, Coscharis Security, Coscharis Finance and Investment. These are a couple of his business subsidiaries. There are more. Now, he was born in Jos in 1958, and he's indigenous to Anambra. His father died in 1962 when he was only 4 years old, and this led to his mother being the only one to cater for him. At the age of 7, when he was in primary 3, he had to withdraw from school. All right, he had to withdraw from school due to the lack of resources to raise or to pay for his the finances for his school. So, in order to assist his mother at that time, he had to hawk akara, which we call bean cake. So he had to hawk bean cake and climb palm trees, helping elderly women to cut their palm fruits. These were things he did at that time just to make ends meet. All right, they paid him a meager amount of 3 pence at that time, which he contributed to the upkeep of his home. Now, Cosmos Maduka, as at 1970, was sent to his uncle who resided in the Butemeta area of Lagos, and he was supposed to be an apprentice to him in his auto shop. His uncle had no place to stay at that time, was also hustling, and usually used to sleep in his friend's house while Cosmos would sleep in the shop. All right, so you understand how it was at that time. So as a result of his hard work and honesty and dedication to work, his uncle sent him on sensitive errands. You know, as an apprentice, it's only where you are found to be trustworthy that your boss or your guy will send you on sensitive errands, knowing that you will deliver. And then he was like 14. Now, in 1975, his uncle terminated his apprenticeship because he went for a church program, and thereby absenting himself from his duty post, which is his shop. So then the uncle settled him with the meager amount of 200 naira, with which he started his business. All right. So with that money, he entered into a joint business with a friend, but that partnership failed, and everybody went their way. Now he called that business venture then Cos Dave business. That's what he called it at that time. That's one also failed. Now he started Coscharis business because he on his own, and the name Coscharis was a coined name from his name and that of his wife. His wife was Charity while he was Cosmos. That happened while he was just 19. Now, Cosmos was a sole proprietor from the look of things. He was a sole proprietor buying and selling motorcycle spare parts from Bolus Enterprise, and he would his ingenuity then was that when he buys those spare parts from Bolus Enterprise, he will scratch out the name, the label of the company from it. He will scratch out the address also. He will scratch it out so no one will know where he bought it, and then he could sell at a higher rate. So his capital just kept rising and rising. The capital rose to about 3,000, which he later lost. Entrepreneurs are always venturing into things. So he actually lost it when he took a risk on it again. He lost it when he tried to import goods and got the wrong consignment. This was another trying time for him. So he owed his landlord at that time. So many adversities were happening to him. His shop eventually was closed, but he defeated the adversity and went further. In his breakthrough came in 1982 when the Nigerian government decided to grant import licenses to 10 motor companies, and Coscharis Motor was selected among them. In 1983, in 1983, Coscharis Group was incorporated, dealing in importation of auto spare parts for Japanese vehicles and related auto products. Coscharis Group is one of the pioneer institutions for modern auto parts, okay, and auto dealership in Nigeria. Its first head office opened in 1989 at Lagos. In 1987, its ultra-modern complex was commissioned at Victoria Island, Lagos, and in 1998, the group secured the rights to market BMW and Range Rover brand in Nigeria. So you can see the entrepreneurial venture of Coscharis. Okay, you can see this, how he has ventured. While in 1999, his company completed a state-of-the-art ultra-model sales showroom in Mazamaza, Lagos. Coscharis Group has interests spread abroad beyond automobile sectors within the sector with subsidiaries such as Coscharis Technologies, and we mentioned some subsidiaries earlier. So he just diversified in several ways. Another entrepreneur we will be talking about is Dele Fajemirokun. Dele is a chief. He was born into the resourceful family of Henry Fajemirokun, a famous shipping mogul, or guru as we may call him. And he's one of Africa's most successful business persons during his days. So his father was a really successful businessman. Now, he grew to become a renowned entrepreneur and prominent boardroom guru in his own right. He sits in the board of several Nigerian valuable companies, which include American International Insurance Company, right, ICO, and oil explorers like First Hydrocarbon Nigeria Limited. He is a fellow of the Institute of Administration and Management of Nigeria and the Institute of Directors. Dele still serves as the chairman of ICO PLC, where he has been on the board since 1992. Okay, he has over 30 years of experience in business development and wealth creation, both within and outside Nigeria. So he's a notable businessman. He has grown to become a shrewd businessman out of his numerous activity. As a leading insurance professional, he always made public his desire to see that the industry is fortified enough to play effectively its role as the bastion of the financial service sector in Nigeria. Through his experience, he has piloted the affairs of the board of the American International Insurance Company to make it one of the few reliable underwriting firms in Nigeria. He announced his desire to move into the upstream of the oil and gas industry in Nigeria in 2000. As a founder and director of First Hydrocarbon Nigeria Limited, he felt that the time was right to invest his personal capital in demonstration of his support for the company's ambition to develop a number of underdeveloped fields. Now, these two entrepreneurs you can see. One was a boardroom guru, the other one was an entrepreneur par excellence. So you notice that they all went through trying times and overcame those trying times. So it's important as an entrepreneur that you diversify such that you can balance your portfolio, like we said, among the professionals. All right. So that's about it for today. Thank you for listening, as I look forward to seeing you in my next class.